So today we're gonna explore one of the most fundamental concepts of geometry, Pythagoras' theorem. This theorem helps us understand the relationship between the sides of a rec excuse me, a right angle triangle. It's written as c squared equivalent to a squared plus b squared, where a and b are the length of the two shortest sides of the triangle, and while c is the length of the hypotenuse and the side of the opposite of the right angle. So let's say we want to visualize it, right? A right angle triangle, you may say. So then, this theorem tells us that if we square the lengths of a and b, the sum of those squared would be the equal of the square of the length of c. And this is probably some of the example. And let's say we're trying to find c squared, which is this. So what we get here, let's say if a is 3 and b is 4, we can calculate the length of c. And this is not drawn by scale, but like c squared equivalent to a squared plus b squared. And what we get is c squared equivalent to 3 squared plus 4 squared, which also converts to 9 plus 16 equal to 25. So we can clearly say that c squared is 25. And taking the square root of c squared, which gives us 5, this meaning the hypotenuse is 5 units long. Why does this work, you may ask? To understand why this works, let's us think about the areas of the squares. If we draw a square, one of each side of the triangle, and the area of the square of the hypotenuse, hypotenuse will always be equal to the sum of the areas of the squares on the other two sides. This is geometric proof that behind Pythagoras' theorem. So here's the continuation of example, and if you really are so lazy to talk about maths and pretty much lazy to study about maths, you might gonna say, oh, what's the real world application, you may ask. Pythagoras' theorem is also used in a variety of fields. Architecture also uses it to ensure buildings have right angles. I know, pretty OCD, but engineers rely on it to design structures, and even game developers use it to calculate the distance in virtual spaces. Yes, those tryhards in online games. And there you go. This goes to prove that a squared plus b squared equivalent to c squared.